Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Rule the Waves 2 as Austria-Hungary, episode number 45. This recording session hopefully will not be interrupted too much, but it's possible it will, because it's Halloween time and you never know what's going to happen, right? Okay, so let's jump into the fun. I love when I look over here and I see, once again, we're not at war. We have some room for designs, and I didn't see any suggestions. It was a good comment, and I see it's definitely true, that all of our ships have migrated their way onto active fleet, which we will crush. Actually, these guys might be mothball worthy. These guys are going to be reserve fleet worthy, though. And light cruisers is still the name of the game. I think this is an extremely strong light cruiser. Now, there was a comment about unifying, I think it was on these, unifying them to single 5-inch dual-purpose guns. That's kind of an interesting thought. Let's just take the best of what we have, the Radetzky, probably, and let's see what this would do. So essentially, we'll just compare a couple of things. We'll go from 4 up to 5, go up to 65. Then we'll go down here to 0. We'll go down to 5, put it up, and then put this up to 20, so 65. So I wanted to confirm that gun position does not have an effect on the anti-aircraft factor, which it does not. 5 here or 5 there, 5-inch 24, 5-inch 24, secondary, tertiary, same HAA factor. Then the next consideration is, by doing this, how much weight do we save? 305 tons. I think that we start off with like 100 tons available. So we saved about 200 tons. This is a good solution for new ships. Maybe. Maybe it's not even a good solution for new ships, because having the 6-inch guns is still pretty potent. I'm actually almost of the mind that this is better. Yeah, I think that this just might be better. I'm not actually even sure how. It doesn't even seem to make sense to me that 16 6-inch guns and 24 4-inch guns is almost the same as 5 24-inch guns. Doesn't really make sense to me. But there it is. So that we can see, let's see, how much did this save? This saved, okay, 111, 999. It's so funny that this is 111. Does it go up? It is. That's crazy. So, what's crazy is we definitely could have increased it, but no, that causes a complete rebuild. So, okay. Suffice to say, I'm content with the current situation. Having those 4-inch guns already maxed out to 24 is sufficient, and having the 6-inch guns is actually nice, because we should be killing some vessels, some light cruiser type ships, a little bit more quickly. Definitely destroyers, if they take a hit from a 6-inch gun, it means a lot. It's probably, it's kind of a toss up even for new ships. I'd say it might be worth the tonnage to get the more 6-inch guns for any kind of surface engagements. Although, I mean, I guess I've said it 1,000 times. The main threat moving on from this time point onward will come from the skies. So that's what we'll be trying to do: design all kinds of things that have dual purpose armament. It kind of puts us in an interesting predicament when we think about some of the older destroyers, because these are not going to be capable of anything fantastic when it comes to dual purpose or any kind of armament like that, and yet they are the most common escorts for our ships. It's nice to have light cruisers around, but they are not kind of fleet formation. It's not like the carrier fleet formations that we think of when we think of when I think of essentially all of World War II. Carrier fleets were, they had a lot of protection, and that doesn't really happen this game is kind of surface combat aware. It doesn't follow the same style as the Japanese-American encounter during World War II in the Pacific. It's probably a little bit more like Maybe a little more like the British-Italian one, which is fitting considering we're in the Mediterranean, but not always as fitting. I don't know if it... I mean, as far as I can tell from my experiences both as the Japanese and as the Americans, it's not like the game alters the fleet composition when you move into the Pacific. Anyhow, even in the Mediterranean, I think that there was definitely situations where carrier groups would be given a pretty sizable escort. So, I don't know. Okay, well, let's just move on a month. I always get a little nervous about just standing on the same month for too long. The government is concerned about tensions leading to war. We could negotiate an agreement. Now, we already have an agreement, so this is foolish. Wait a second. We're not building anything right now. But nobody really is. US and the British will both lose one battleship. I still kind of like we have a lot of heavy cruisers right now. I think we're in pretty good shape as far as those go. 7 really good ones. And I think we're ready to suffer through a disarmament conference. I don't even know if we've had one during this playthrough. Okay, here we go. This is actually perfect. We can... This is the lightest, the weakest disarmament treaty I've ever seen. 30,000 tons displacement. Main guns restricted to 15 caliber. This might even be a bad thing. It's weird to think, but it might even be a bad thing because we kind of want people to build big, useless battleships. They're just going to be sunk. Okay, well, anyways, the London had to be scrapped, which is nice, and the U.S. had to scrap the Kentucky, which is also nice. I mean, it'd be kind of fun to even build one fitting these requirements. What would I think? Maybe like I think I'd still go with L. Triple. Let me just look at something. Decrease. Yeah, they are the same. So, increase. What about a 443, which is going to line itself very poorly over the... Okay, just for that, I will consider... It's ugly as hell, but that's fine. So this is, as far as I know, all guns forward, right? So midship, so 3095, 3095, and if I put it in C, 3095, what the heck? Wait, what? 309. Okay, so it counts B turret or C slot as well as all turret, all forward firing. God, it's so ugly. What? I don't understand why that's not illegal, but it's illegal in my eyes. So we'll do something like this, I think. 15-inch guns. Are we going to do this? Well, I mean, we do get 33,000. That's right. We do get a cheat on the treaty requirements by a little bit. I've been constantly threatening to do like a faster battlecruiser type thing, and no, I actually do want this to be... Okay, so we took it down to 28 from 30, and now it doesn't consider it a battlecruiser anymore, which is good. What are the complaints? Overweight. We are not going to put aircraft on this. Although, what is the rear being used for? It actually kind of makes sense to put something there, doesn't it? And they're so expensive. But yeah, this is going to be very cool. You can kind of think of the aft being purely dedicated for flight and recovery operations. Klein Bell. What if we went with magazine? Nah. I don't know, man. It's hard to say. So the reason why I don't think this is good is because we want really thick deck against potential attacks. So let's go to 5.54. That's good. 14 and 6. That's good. Secondaries we'll get to 2. And this one will surely execute this this plan. Okay, so we are intensely overweight, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll get there eventually. It does save a lot of weight not to do this. Let's clear them for now. Let's come back to this if we have the room. I'm not even sure what I'm trying to do here, frankly. What the heck am I going for? I don't think I'm serious about this, but kind of, I'm here, aren't I? I'm looking at it. Can always do the short range trick. Oh wow, that drops a 1,000 off of it. I mean, the main failing here is the fact that we have this new turret. And what if I did go with like something like a Richelieu? This being basically the configuration of the Richelieu. So it's very efficient from like the perspective that all my guns can fire forward and to the side. So the angling becomes very unimportant. We can go nose on. We're actually like, and how much weight? It's crazy. We can get up to 29. It's still considered a battleship, which is, well, I guess this is no longer important. They used to have points per ship type, but now they don't. And we can put some AA on. Okay, you know what? Man, if I hate that I talk myself into these things. I think it's a pretty good ship. Oh boy, that's not gonna fly. There's no way, no room to drop, I guess 12. The belt just doesn't even seem important anymore. Like gun data, what are we going to be? So they'll penetrate anything under 18,000 yards, which is huge. From 5 inches isn't what it used to be. Actually, it's, yeah, definitely that's true. It's worse than what it would have been 10 years ago, but mainly I'm just interested in aircraft. Could drop down to 28 again so that we can get all the things we want. I don't know why I'm trying to design this. I don't want you. Get out of here. I'm like teasing everybody. Teasing myself. Okay, so that's kind of fun to imagine that we could have this fast battlecruiser, fast battleship that I've been dreaming about for a while, but I don't think it's, I think honestly a heavy cruiser is a better option. We can get 2 for the price of one of those. Okay, well, what else? What else? Light cruisers we're good on. Yeah, I think the investment has to go into destroyers, and part of me is thinking we might have to scrap some of these older ones. I know I just refit them, and I wasn't expecting to scrap them, but we have some... I guess what I want to do is bring out the better destroyers. So these are not that old. I mean, these are like 19, I mean, end of mid/end of World War... Well, I guess they're like mid-World War I ships, considering the tech rate of progression. Oh, man. Just don't know about them, though. It's mainly the 3-inch guns, which we could get to be dual purpose, but, I mean, what will they it's just not... HAA of 2 is not really going to change much. Okay, alright, I talked myself back out of it. I think the thing we will need... What? By the way, what the heck happened? How did our budget get so much smaller suddenly? Wasn't it at 8,000? What did I do? I don't know. Oh, was this because of the Disarmament Treaty? Could be. Our dive bomber has gotten better. Slightly faster, slightly better range. I will definitely take it. And if we're hitting with 1,000-pound bombs, that's devastating. Alright, it looks like we do have an opportunity to build a new... Okay, yeah, sorry. This old fighter is, like, extremely obsolete. Floatplane Scout is only... it's better by a minuscule amount, so we will obsolete the previous one, but it shows you that Floatplane Scouts are not really improving right now, so I probably won't focus on those. Honestly, what I think I want more than anything is I have the money and I want to buy a carrier. We can actually afford a battleship, but okay, let's get this thing all the way up to 33, and then we'll crank it down if we have the ability. All is okay. It says all is okay with 6,000 weight remaining. It's a very strange claim. All right, we're at 100, so let's just try to make it work from here. Roll back to 28, maybe 27. Belt down to 2, deck 2, turret 2. Okay, yes, that's all fine. These 8-inch guns are not going to stay. Absolutely not. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, let's do... let me do a single 6-inch. And then I want 5-inch dual purpose maxed. Can we do that? Yeah, so we can't do it. Maybe we can do it. Trying to think. 10%. Here we go. Okay. So let's take a look at this. We don't get a 10% penalty here. And these definitely need lots of guns. Lots of guns. Okay, so we're looking good, but we also can change this up and do something else. We can also, instead of getting the heavy AA, which is, by the way, less important for us, what if, okay, so first of all, let me try to do this. Let's take off dual purpose here so that we don't think about this. Take these down to like 3. What if we tried to actually, I think I've done this before, but what if we legitimately tried to do... I think we can do double dual purpose guns, right? And let's just increase this gun. So first of all, is this possible? Insufficient topside space, that's fine. Too many main mounts will affect rate of fire. But here's the question. If I was to make these dual purpose 65, I don't know why this is too many. So I actually don't know why the port forward delete the forward ones since they're more expensive for whatever reason. Okay, now we're at 39. Now let's take off the dual purpose, put these up to 6-inch guns. So how many, by the way, is this? This is, oh, I want to do we're just doing some comparisons here. We have 12 total. So 12 total is 39. Take this off, take it up. 33. So a single gun on the top is more effective than a single gun on secondaries. So the same story is not true between secondaries and tertiaries, where there is no difference. But going from secondary to main, it actually does improve the HAA factor. That's good to know. Okay, so we're 39 here. Okay, Well, let's see what happens when we do this. Yeah, we don't have the top side. Okay, so probably I just drop this all together and then I can do more. Yeah, I think this is what we'll end up doing. We'll have a reasonable heavy anti-aircraft allotment. I might even try to do 2.5, 2.5 for the deck. It's not for anything else, it's for the deck. This has to go up, that's crazy. Don't even talk to me about going torpedo defense 2. Yeah, so this is a lot of topside. Now, let me just ask the question. Wait. We can't do dual purpose with triple, thank you. I was like, what? I thought it would disable the option. Sometimes it disables the option. So right now we're okay. We're like completely okay. We have our 100. Let me try to add more turrets in to see when we start hitting the magic breakpoint. Okay, so we're fine with one pair of AFs, which gets our HAA up to 53. Just to confirm, this is 39 if I do it like this. It is. Yeah, I think that we'll squeeze in another, we'll put them in the forward because it makes more sense to me. You're probably a little more concerned about having extra space in the rear where people are landing. Taking off is a much more controlled environment. So we'll do it like this. Okay. And those can be dual purpose. So we get the 53. I like this. Man, I don't know. Again, I always just talk myself into these things. But no, we're doing okay. This is actually fine. This is what we want. Deck park, deck edge lifts. I think that just improves the readying time a little bit. Deck park doesn't seem to do a darn thing. I don't know what it's there for. There's a possibility we could even add some armor on. I know that these are going to be expensive ships if I up armor them, but my thought is this. We only have a few aircraft carrier slots like that we can afford, or even that get brought into a battle. So the better, it's always this battle generator issue. The battle generator does not care how big your fleet is. It pulls ships in, and then those ships are the only ones you get to use. So do unit machinery, because getting these aircraft carriers out of the potential line of fire is very important to me. I'm looking. I've never done it, but I might. How expensive is it? Wow. So expensive. For half an inch, it's like 600 tons. Yeah, we can't even do 1 inch. But, well, that's a no. That's a hard no. The deck is less expensive. Is there something wrong here? No, that's not true. I mean, this is correct because the flight deck does protect the hangar, whereas the deck protects all the valuable stuff under the hangar, but not the hangar. What if we went up to, well, I mean, we could always just drop the tonnage. Doesn't necessarily have to be 33,000 tons. I don't think the speed doesn't matter as much to me, so I'd even rather, well, it's just not, it doesn't make sense to drop the speed more than this just because it's only 200 tons if we drop it by another knot. So we'll keep that. Okay, I think I like this though. And I guess the other question is whether I want, oh, okay, it does impact, that's right, okay. So there's a lot of factors I'm ignoring here. We're gonna have to drop this down because decreasing the tonnage also decreases the amount of topside space. Okay, so we can drop this, go up. There we go. Actually, this is looking pretty good. 135 gets us over there. Oh my god, no conning. I need a conning tower for crying out loud. Okay, this is fine. That's fine. All's okay. I like it. I have to say, sorry for designing this partly off the screen. I like it. It'd be awesome if we had the catapults. We don't have those. And it's a little early too. It's like it's, you know, like 1934 or so effectively. Although in this timeline, carriers would be much more developed since they've already seen action and already proven themselves. So you would expect that we already would have that carrier push. I did not want magazine box. Oh, woe is me. I wanted incline belt. Whoops. Womp womp. Okay, we're back up to 33,000. Okay, we'll take it at 26 knots then. Just, I don't need the belt armor to be higher than 2. So we'll drop that down to 2. I do want the turrets to be 2.5 though. I'm going to leave those at 2.5. Mostly this is the top side that I'm concerned with, and I have just this, even, it's hard for me to even do this with the belt, by the way. It's just very hard for me to imagine your belt would be thinner, or even the side armor of your turrets being thinner than the top or the deck. It's really hard for me to like negotiate, like from a role-playing standpoint, it's hard for me to accept that. It seems unrealistic. But I will do my best to ignore it. So we're back up to 39 and 21. Although, see when that drops. Okay, so it drops here. So we can stick it here. We're fine. That's a lot of weight remaining, actually. Wait, then I'm not going to try to recover by reducing the speed. I mean, increasing the speed. Is it going to be funny if this thing... I can't afford it. Okay. We have no secondaries, so secondary doesn't matter. It's kind of weird. I guess I will drop it and I'll just eat. I'll gobble up, you know, another medium for another light or something like that. So I want to sit here. Now how do I get that? Okay, we're 83 at that. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do that. We'll have to do this. I guess I can do turret of 2. It's just, it feels very weird. I guess we can do this if we go down to that. Yeah, we're at the edge now. So this is where we will sit. Really, we're wringing out the most, or, you know, just doing that unusual min-max, trying to find the absolute best design. I think we have it here. Now, I've gone with more light AA than medium AA. I guess I can mix that up. Let's drop this down by 3 and get this up by 2. I'm trying to see. I didn't realize that light AA is exactly the same. Oh, okay, there it is. We finally found some breakpoint where medium's way more. But I do want more light, so I'm going the other way. The reason I want more light is because in my head, because of the expertise, I mean the after action reports from the Enterprise around, was it was around Guadalcanal, and they said that all they want is 40mm Bofors. I assumed that light AA would be the category 40mm Bofors would fall under. They just said, hey, forget about the dual purpose, forget about everything, just give us more just give more light anti-aircraft. So I'm gonna use my this fuzzy knowledge about this and add it in here. So 34, it's actually less than I want. Forget it, let's go up. Let's go up more. Yeah, 40 and 20, let's do it this way. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. Going 37, 22, there, this is the final resting point. So hopefully 37 is enough to help us. And we're really limited just to topside space at this point. Still have 53 heavy anti-aircraft, which is fantastic. Man, I really like this. Okay, so let's figure out what we call this thing. Oh, this is so perfect. I did not planned at all, but this is actually the last supporter submitted name on the supporter list. And it happened to be a request for an aircraft carrier. I saw another one, which was a battleship, the Vast Sarkani. And then I was like, wait, that name sounds familiar. I already did that. I just forgot to cross it off. So here it is. We actually made all the supporters who thank you for your contributions, or however you ended up being a supporter. Thank you for doing whatever you did to become a supporter. That made me make you a supporter. So we got all those done, and it'll be the Tehran, which I didn't. One second. Let me actually go back and read what that meant. Turns out there was no description for that, so we don't know why. Just leave it as is. Deck armor cannot be... I knew it. I knew it. How are we going to get around this? Okay, well, we'll do it this way, I guess. Okay, back to this. It's only 85 million. You know, this is not that expensive. I think this is, because it's going to be horrendously expensive to maintain with all the aircraft, we will only see a small amount of that. As we see here, the carriers, the top here, the maintenance for these. There we go. Reserve fleet, I think it's just half, 50% off. So this is like 400 less. It's around 400 to maintain. So you might look at that and be like, oh my gosh, that's like pretty much half what the Radetzky is. And not quite, it's more than half than the old battleships, but still, you know, it's not that expensive. Now take that number and just multiply it by 10 pretty much. The maintenance with the aircraft is just going to be insane compared to the battleships. It'll be much, much, much more expensive. Okay, and I don't even have a number to quantify that. I just have a feeling because it's so expensive, and I don't even know if our aircraft are on reserve, so I better go check that. But I think everything is set here. We'll just double check one last time. I think everything's ready. We hit save. 130. How much? 3 away, huh? What if I told you that I would rather have ammunition than a conning tower? You would tell me that's okay. All right, well, I'm all for it. I'm nervous because this is the final big design we're going to have, I think. The Austro-Hungarian Empire. Not really one of those that I think can afford a Yamato-style battleship, but also not. It's just much less appropriate in the Mediterranean, where aircraft will dominate. The United States is good for that, definitely. Probably the best. All right, so we're done with that. We move forward. Good configuration. This is a good ship. It's only light. I would made it higher tonnage and more armor. But they're duplicating our design. 28 medium and 8 light. They went with more medium than light. Okay, we have better invasion stuff. Not important. Go ahead, Germany. Automate a few settings. That is hilarious. Well, we got to do it, don't we? It's going to require a rework. What does it require? Maybe dropping the speed down to 25? Like, just to fool around with it. We're going to see this in a second. No, we can't open it. Can I open the terrain this way? So let's add these catapults now. Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna do this for sure. Okay, we are a little overweight now, but that's fine. What do? We can drop this. Amazing. Versus... Oh, that's massive. 400. It's funny that it takes so much... I mean, actually, I would say it's not funny. It's something... I would say that this is a... This strikes me as unphysical. That it would take less tonnage for the engines to be increased by 1 knot than the tonnage you get back for dropping a 1 knot. That does not make sense to me. At least from a theory standpoint, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so we have some designs that we're going to play with, so let's just jump forward and... Oh! Missile... Oh my gosh. Alright, research-wise, what do we want to do now? Let's go up to high with missile technology. I don't know how far... I mean, it doesn't feel like this is 80% tech development. We've developed missiles under only 80% tech progression. Is this bugged? Is tech progression bugged right now? Everything's actually... It feels kind of like it's happening at the same as when it normally would. Why? Like, why are we getting missiles in 1940? Why are we getting missiles in 1940 even if we don't have 80% tech progression? Seems a little bit early. Where else might we make some tweaks here to the research categories? Well, our torpedo range is probably pretty good. We'll put that down to medium. I'd rather have ASW technology come up a little bit. No, actually, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'd much rather have explosive shells come up, yeah. These are both on high. Those are good. Still waiting for radar. Yeah. Waiting for the radar to have an impact on fire control. I feel like armor development is lagging behind a little bit. Alright, let's leave it like that. I don't really see much to change. We're gonna have our money taken away soon unless... Okay, there's... Okay, what can we do? I thought about this last time. I was like, there is something I could have done to prevent them from taking away money. Like, I guess we can just do intel effort up to high with everyone. Not Russia. Okay, something like this. That just barely puts a dent in it, doesn't it? We might as well just build some more corvettes. We have so many corvettes. It's got to be a destroyer. We'll need a month to get it. The reason I want to build a destroyer is because they'll be quick to build. 14 months to build, that's okay. So we don't have designs over than 1500? Huh. Still at... Well, things have still improved. Take it down to 33 though. Speed, medium, that's fine. Everything else is fine. 6-inch guns, no. We'll take the dual purpose, increased elevation, 1111. I'll scrap that. Never liked that other one. Does not dual purpose. Main armament is still not researched. Are you out of your mind? Okay, well, that was the case beforehand as well. So we do something like this. Well, that's a factor of 11. Yeah, and this is where we're stuck. Might just do something like this. We'll want to add another one of these. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's beautiful. You know what? Deck park textures. I don't think it applies, but it's just funny it's there. So we can get mines. Might as well just get the rest in mines. Oh, K-Guns is only at 4, so let's drop that down. Now we have a problem. Oh, we can just lower this. Okay, fine. We're good. We're good. Okay, this is good. 140 is very low as far as ammunition goes, in my opinion, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll choose this as a name. Sure, why not? All is okay. I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, unit machinery. It's kind of important to have. I guess these guys will not be able to take a hit. We can probably get it though if we just drop the V. Oh, perfect. Perfect. That's perfect. Okay, very good. I think it's worth it. Drop one less torpedo for the ability to get out of there. I like it. Okay, we'll save this. And wait 1 month. Yes, we need all the technologies. No. Okay, just go to the build screen, like nothing's changed. And we'll just get tons of them. Okay, you need to be reworked. So here we go, let's add catapults 1, 2. And now let's go with all that. Why is that not checked by default? It's weird. Okay, so this can drop down. Like this. We're still down on it. And what did I do to get past? Why, by the way, why is turret top not needed for these? Huh. It's amazing that you can have turret top higher than turret side. I would have expected the same thing to apply. Does that actually solve the problem? It does. It's not ideal, but I guess it's what we'll end up doing. No, what was my solution beforehand though? I don't remember. It was probably dropping these guns more. But I honestly think I would rather drop this. Okay, but that's what we'll do. Oh, look at that. Whenever you get 0 exactly, you know you did exactly the right thing. It's perfect. Now we can't change it. And it's only a 10% change, so that's good. That means it'll it's not even about the money, it's about the time for the new blueprint to be processed. Fantastic. Oh man, this is great. This is crazy. We're gonna have catapults on our carriers. It's really, really cool. Oh man, I don't think I've ever had catapults on my carriers. So this is something completely novel to me, and I'm very excited about it. So still managed speed of 26 out of this, even though I know that if we drop this, yeah, we only get 400 now for whatever reason, but it's 260 to go up one. I don't understand the asymmetry there, but it's in the wrong way. It should be more expensive to go faster, not. Yeah, it shouldn't save you more space to go slower. In any case, I won't harp on that any further. We'll save the design, and it'll take another month, which will give you all a chance to leave your feedback, because I'll leave the video here. So actually we managed to put our monthly balance exactly at almost 0, which means that even though we got 12 destroyers, we were easily able to afford it. In the next war I go to, I'm going to do my best to just completely decimate my destroyers, my old destroyers. I might even put some of my newer ones on reserve just to get these, or throw these ones. You know what I'll probably do is I'll probably put at least these into Europe and try to get them into some battles they can't win. Suicide them for maybe, just roll the dice. Okay, and then, like I said, leave feedback on the carrier if you have any. Until the next one, thanks for watching, stay safe, happy Halloween, and take care.